We're here in Los Angeles with Mike DiGregorio. And Mike, we're interested, what would you say has been maybe potentially your most challenging leadership or business experience?
It's an interesting question because I really been very fortunate over the years, had a lot of interesting opportunities, especially overseas and doing business overseas in multiple countries, always unique challenges. But I think the one that stands out for me, quite honestly, was a year that I spent 3 years in mid-90s with Jafra Cosmetics business in Mexico City, initially as the CFO, and then the last year as general manager for what was a $100 million business with 100,000 independent consultants, distributors. And I think I had been involved for a couple of years, kind of on the periphery, so to speak, in finance, and finally getting an opportunity to drive a business from a sales and marketing perspective. The one thing that I really tried to spend a lot of time doing was being in the field with leaders, and really was amazed to think, for example, in Mexico at the time, today, Jafra Mexico has 600,000 independent distributors, but at the time when they had 100,000, there was one woman who was the most senior lady grandmaster, as they were called, who had 25,000 people in her downline. So she was effectively the CEO of a $25 million business, and just incredible to watch the talents of people building an organization like that and going out in the field and spending time with them, helping think through their issues and their problems, and having them tell me that I really helped, we as an organization help make their business better, and we're very supportive, was probably one of the most rewarding things you could get out of business. So,
Talk about the heart and soul of business and economy, right?
yeah, and that was just incredible. And the other thing that's been exciting was I was involved in a variety of call it merger acquisition opportunities. One that stands out was while I was in Spain in call it late 80s, was the acquisition of a toiletries and cosmetic business called La Toja Cosmetics, very famous for black soap in Europe for years. And I got involved initially with the president of the company, and midway through the acquisition, he got moved to another country. And
He's calling right now.
And I found that all of a sudden it was on my lap, and really bringing the whole thing to a close and getting it wrapped up from both a administrative, financial, and operating perspective. So pretty exciting.
Hey, thanks for sharing that.
All right, my pleasure.